Okay, dear audience around the world, now this is our True Color episode 5. Now we have here in the broadcast room, we have our guest, Lakeman. And now we also, it's my honor to have Jackie join our show. Jackie basically is used to broadcast with me in Chinese. She is a professional medical worker. So for this topic, I believe she really had a lot to say, to share with us. So now you see for episode 5, our topic is COVID-19. It is a bioweapon. And after the show, I think our audience, you may think about who developed this bioweapon, if this is really a bioweapon, and what the damage this will bring to the whole world. Okay. Uh, Now I will show you some presentations I prepared. Basically, this one actually is shared by I think by Lakeman, right? So this is a 27-year-old doctor. Basically, this lady called Wilmington. She is also a trail athlete. This is really astonishing that this young doctor, also a medical worker, just fall in when he running his triathlon on last Sunday, and died on Thursday. So this is really astonishing to all our new audience, but it's not a surprise to us, since we are the new federal state of China. We are the citizen who are taking down the CCP. We know the CCP virus, what is all behind the COVID-19, and what will be the effect of taking this vaccine, so-called vaccine. So this, to us, is a common scenario that this is a part of the side effect of taking this vaccine. Later, we will have more details to explain, because some doctor who is brave to tell the truth, to reveal the result of their independent investigation. We will show you some facts or evidence. What the conclusion you can draw is up to our audience, to yourself. But the first, before, let's say at the first part, we will share some recent cases that you may see so many medical workers, they pass away. It's all weird, and you will see the common scenario is the cause of the death is always not disclosed or not released. Why? You may think about it. Okay. Jackie, Lakeman, you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, Jackie, you go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much. It's my honor today speaking here. I would like to share my first-hand experience with the audience. I'm Jackie. I am a cardiac electrophysiology technologist. Work at both. Before I work at the hospital, and especially for children. And now I'm working at a hospital for the adult. So since pandemic happened, I every day experience the people has the trouble, has the issue, came to the cardiac department.
Yeah.
So at
Basically,
this,
I would like you to share something. We talked about this before in Chinese, right? You mentioned you have
right,
some patients checked their heart, right? So
absolutely,
yeah, I
absolutely.
believe
Yeah,
what you mentioned before with me really have a strong link with this 20 years Wilmington, right? She is for well swimming in the triathlon, right? He
yeah,
just
yeah. Yeah, I would like to share. She's very, very healthy because I was in this university, McMaster University. I was trained there too. So, however, she is a triathlon athlete. She is a 27-year-old and she's a very healthy young lady. Why she's a sudden death gave a lot of question behind. Why? Because people and the authorities, they cannot expose the reason why she had died. So I leave a lot of question behind. So as you know, everybody know in the medical field, every professional has to be vaccinated. Otherwise, they will be fired. They cannot meet the requirement came from the authority. So, and for me, myself as well, um, if I'm not vaccinated, I will be fired. So anyway, and I just shared recently, and I share many times with the audience in Chinese in the show is what is so you give your feelings after my school, his his show. So we always gave some whatever what Chinese say, gave the how to say your feelings, we talk about it. So anyway, each time I share my the first-hand clinical experience with the audience recently, yeah, I did several because I just back to work since June 20th. So in my clinical experience, and there's many young people nowadays came for the cardiac checkup, but also the people, the patient get younger and younger. So the youngest people now, we one afternoon I did three teenagers from 12-year-old to 16-year-old. At peak their assessment exercises cardiac stress test, I observed their blood pressure from the peak 150s, 160, 140s, sudden drop to systolic blood pressure dropped to 70s, 60s. And also the kids said, okay, I have blurry visions and I black out or I probably will pass out. So right away, we terminate the test. So that's this, each of them has same symptoms. They feel near pass out. We call syncope. In a medical term, we call syncope. So we have to terminate the test. From that way, made me think about why so many young athletes, very strong, healthy people, why they drop dead. Number one, probably the moment those athletes, their blood pressure might be dropped. I, I assume because I don't have scientific for their experience, but from my hands, I observed those kids, their blood pressure from the peak exercises dropped to very low 70s, 60s. So they near pass out, we call syncope. This is a systolic blood pressure. So another ways I can imagine if the person, and also another young fellow, he is 36-year old. When he came to the clinic for the assessment, he told me he had recently multiple syncope episode, and also his heart rate getting 30s, sometime at sleeping time, his heart rate getting to like 28, 29, under 40s. So it's a very low heart rate. But also his echocardiogram shows his LVEF, left ventricular ejection fraction, was 42%. 42%, which means heart failure. The heart failure, his ejection fraction number was under is around 40 is indicated is heart failure. Why? The cardiac muscle get weak. So the ejection fraction low, which means systemic blood pressure circulation compromised. So people, they drop dead or they pass out. It's possible. And also, if your blood circulation is not effective in your systemic circulation, you probably blood clots can form. You can have the blood, in your brain, in anywhere in your heart. It can cause sudden death. It's my observation, but it's not a totally scientific clinical proof. But just from me, a common co-worker or worker, I can tell from my observation. So I just, share this a little bit for the moment. So go back to the hoster, QCCP.
Thank
You
you.
continue.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. Basically, I can only understand half of the terminology you use because it's really professional. I'm not a native speaker, so I may understand in Chinese what the symptom and the reason for heart attack or something like that. But this terminology is really not something for me. But anyway, I hear it, meaning your heartbeat is lower where your
Very
body,
slow,
yeah, very
bradycardia.
slow. You mentioned 20, 20, 28, even 30. It's hard to imagine, right? Because even
Very
my
hard to
thinking,
imagine.
maybe while I'm sleeping, honestly, based on common sense, should be 40 or 50 around, right? But 20,
No, you know why? As a
60,
clinical
70
guideline,
maybe.
no, as clinical guideline, if your heart rate get to 50 beats per minute, also you have symptom, is indication for the pacemaker implant.
yeah,
For the
yeah,
pacemaker, this
yeah.
guideline, if your heart rate around 50, if you're symptomatic, this is indication for pacemaker.
Yeah. So this meaning if someone, let's say a man or woman is sleeping, the heart rate is at around 30. Is to me, it's very dangerous, right? They may pass away while they are
Very,
sleeping, right? So
very,
yeah.
even the heart temporarily asystolic or asystole, like 5 second, 10 second, even 12 second, no contraction, no beating. That's very dangerous.
Yes, absolutely. So in this case, we go back to the Wilmington, right? Wilmington is triathlete. Triathlete here, the news is saying she collapsed while swimming as she competed in a triathlon on Sunday. So this is
Triathlon, triathlete.
Yeah.
Running, swimming,
Yes,
and
by
bicycle.
bicycling, right? So
Triathlon.
it's very, meaning this woman very strong, right? If
Very
she can
competitive,
take, yeah,
very
Very,
physical,
very
very
health at
competitive.
least, right?
yeah. And then see the news is saying she suddenly died on Thursday, meaning Sunday she take the swimming, right? Then Thursday died. So, and also I didn't put all the words in the news here, but the key sentence I pick is the cause of the death of Dr. Neyman's course was
She is a
not being
resident.
released.
She's
Yeah.
not really a specialist yet. She is the resident. Can you imagine when you go to the medical school, at least you take 16 or 17 years in order to become a specialist. She is really there. She's not yet. How tragedy. What a big loss.
Yeah, 2027, 27 only. So yeah, to finish this topic, basically I gave you several other examples. Basically, this is reminded by Lickman. Lickman first discovered this news on Getter or Twitter, I forgot.
Yeah, Gather. I think it's one of my
right?
friends. Yeah, we posted this news on Gather. So because I recognize this one's the hospital is close to us. It just located the GTA Great Toronto area in that hospital. So just within 1 week, actually just a week before, 10 days ago, just within 1 week, 3 health doctors they passed away due to they took the vaccine within that week. That is tragedy happened.
Yeah, here the key word is within 3 days period, right?
Wow.
3 days,
yes.
and it's 3 days, and 3
Yeah, 3 days apart.
Yeah, 3 young doctors pass away, right? And another keyword, another keyword is right after a fourth COVID vaccine mandate. Okay, now you link all these facts together. Why? The 3 cases happen in 3 days. Can you call it a coincidence? You cannot, right?
It's not a coincidence.
Yes.
It's absolutely, we cannot say something but, the government, they cover why they make a big article, say it's not because of vaccine.
Yeah.
They make big article.
Yeah, you may find the news and find the names of these three young faces. So anyway, let's say the first part, these are just the public news given. You can search on the internet, not I make these news up, right? So from these facts, I would like to raise a question. For all these key facts, the key word, the key information, if they link together, what conclusion you can draw, right? There must be a question mark on your mind. What happened, right? It's linked. Obviously, it's right after the first COVID vaccine mandate. But yes, if you read the news, it's saying the reason of the death is still not disclosed. And the hospital is officially let's say claiming or announcing or whatever. They're saying their death is not related with the vaccine. I don't know what's the logic behind this. If you read the news, the key word is these three cases are not related. But how you just conclude not? How?
Yeah, that's a big question mark we should put here, because in such a short time, you just draw the conclusions in so quickly. Why are you doing this? Did you do the details analysis of their body, right?
Yeah, and this news is saying a small Canadian hospital, a small, not a big one, right?
But no, actually, but this one is a big one. But this said is a small one. Actually, is a big one, right?
Trillium is in Mississauga, is a big hospital.
It's big,
so anyway, I would like to read a little. My diary notes is anonymous. I did my diary with anonymous because patient privacy. So I don't write any other things. I just write a day. Okay, I'm gonna, just randomly just pick up several.
Yeah, just give out a seminar. That's all.
Yeah, several. Okay, Thursday, July 7th. 38-year-old female, and she has a tachycardia, a ventricular tachycardia post-ablation. And her heart rate get 145 beats per minute all the time. She was a dancer, but she could not do her teaching anymore. And everything happened after 2 doses of the vaccine. So this is everything happened. She has a 6 months old baby, and now her husband every day live in a panic and also in a fear, and they afraid of she died, because everyone know if the patient has a ventricular tachycardia, she can die any moment, anytime. And after ablation, they treat the ventricular tachycardia. However, she still has tachycardia every minute. It's 145 beats per minute. She said, I cannot leave. I just feel any moment I could die. She's 38-year-old. Okay, I'm gonna read another one. This is it's Thursday, and July. Let me see. Another July 13th. Okay, and a 37-year-old woman came to the clinic for assessment of cardiac function. She did 12 minutes and 13 seconds stress test. At the peak exercises, she was tear out like a fall scream, looks like a pool. She cried. I was a little concerned and asked her if she need to stop. She said, no, I want to continue. I want to challenge myself. She said, I just get a little emotional. I asked her, why did I push you too much? Did my hands too strong to you, hurt you? She said, no, because I'm emotional, because my sister passed away last week, sudden drop death. She only 27-year-old. So I said, wow, do you have any family history? She said, no, that's why the doctors asked me to come to check me up and if I have the genetic defects. And my sister, she's very athletic. She is a marathon runner. She's only 27-year-old. She cried. And I asked her before she left, I said, did your sister get jabs? She said, yes, my sister got 3 jabs. 3 jabs means vaccination, vaccine, 3 vaccine. So, okay, 3 vaccine. Very young athlete, marathon runner. This is July 13. It's Thursday or Wednesday. Let me see. Okay, I read the other one. I just randomly pick up something. And 30, it was a twin sister. Okay, a 37-year female twin sister. Both of them recently, 5 months, has tachycardia. Her sister heart rate sometimes goes up 190 beats per minute. Herself has intermittent atrial fibrillation. She is currently taking sotalol, beta blocker, to eliminate the atrial fibrillation and the tachycardia. So she said, just recently, 3 months to 5 months, their heart went to crazy. I asked them, why did you have anything you did before different to compare, this 5 months before? She said, no, never. Just before she left the room, the lab, I asked her, did you get vaccinated? She said, yes, I got 3 jabs. And also, so do her sister, twin sister. Before never happened. So give those are the evidence. I don't know whoever hear our, the program or our show, you make decision. So I just randomly pick up some. I still, every day, I did something if I see the clinic. Sometimes it's funny. But today I did 2. I make 2, two notes here regarding people. Whatever, every day. So anyway, go back to the hoster. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie, for sharing this valuable information, risking your, let's say, expose yourself. But anyway, here, as our show name, right, True Color, we want to show the facts. We want to show the true color, what is behind all these facts, all these information, right? What is real answer? But we will not. We give our opinions. Our audience, dear audience, you can draw your own conclusion, right, based on this logic, our analysis, and our information share. Thank you, Jackie, for you are actually you work as a frontliner, right? So you have the first-hand information. This is really the daily life, what happened in the hospital every day, right? So you, as you mentioned, these other cases are the walk-in patient or some that's ordinary people, right? So who went to the hospital. But in our case, we see all these deaths are concerning the doctors, right? Some are very young. So these cases you will see nearly they are, as you mentioned, you shared in your case, right? All these people are healthy people, very healthy people, right? And they are let's say take some let's say running or jogging or even exercises every day. So commonly this will never happen to such a kind of people, right? Just like in this case, you will see this is another case, the tragic death of a North York General Hospital. This Dr. Paul Hanna. This guy is also an Olympian, right? He died at 50 years, at the age of 50, and died during a run, meaning I believe he is still jogging, right? You can search the blog or the Twitter, you will see I posted here that basically is the some comments under this news announcement of his death, right? So these anyway, there who know this Paul Hanna and make some comments. What is behind this, right? All the people should have a think about it, right? And think about all the people around you, especially all these doctors. Imagine if the doctor disappeared, what the hospital for, right? If there be no doctor. So this will be a very astonishing fact that you will see after the doctor. The doctor are the first batch that is under the mandatory of taking the vaccine, right? But remember these vaccines are only approved for emergency use only, right? But emergency since 2020, emergency for almost 2 years. Have you ever heard, no matter what your age is, right? Based on your last 20, 30, 40, 60 years, have you ever experienced an emergency situation lasted for 2 years long? Ask yourself such a question. Until now, what's the medical data about this vaccine? Have these data have been disclosed or fully studied, or the side effect fully disclosed to all the one who is mandated to take these vaccines? I don't have time to put even like now you remember, right? There used to be a news that the CDC of the US, they changed the definition of a vaccine.
Yes, totally they change everything about the entire process, the entire procedure, entire definitions about the vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah, before that.
According, excuse me. So may I say something?
Yes.
Yeah. According to the authority, the cause of his death or her death is mystery or clear uncertainty at the moment. Yeah. According to authority, there are medical authorities is mystery and uncertainty.
Well,
so what do you can say?
Simple question. Why you think the authorities think the vaccine is certain, but the death is uncertain? Think about it, right? They are saying the vaccine made for emergency use. They think this certain, this is for your good. It's safe for you to take the vaccine. But for these deaths, the same authority saying it's mysterious, it's uncertain. It is the same authority. This question need to be answered. My audience, think about it, right? This is your authority, your so-called authority.
The problem here is that's because even they recognize something's happened, but they're not allow people to dig and the reason. They don't allow people to share their opinions, even not allow people to challenge them at all. That's a huge problem here. Why they cover up? Right?
Yes. So I think we shared enough the recent cases for the deaths that probably linked with vaccine, right?
It's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. People, they still don't know. Majority, I hope people heard our voice. It's whistleblower's voice. I hope more people can hear us. You see, many people like today, a 70-year-old or a female today, she's a very, very sweet lady today. I served her, I helped her. She told me recently she had multiple episodes of syncope. It's just pass out, blackout. And I look at her body, her arm, her leg, everywhere is a bruise. I asked her, what happened? She said, I passed out recently so many times. So I fall. I'm very healthy. I'm very strong. Luckily, never break my bone. I said, oh, you're very lucky. And she said, I already have 3 vaccine, but the third one was nearly kill me. However, I'm going to get the first one. I said, why you get the first one? And they said it's very normal, had adverse reaction if you have vaccine, but it's help you. You should get the first one. So I'm waiting. So I got my third one in May. I have to wait another 5 months in order to get my first one. So I'm prepared September to get the first vaccine. I look at her. I said, if make you so sick, why you get a first one? Oh, they said it's okay, fine. She's a very, very sweet lady.
Yes,
so I don't know what to say.
Their mind? Are they crazy? Who is crazy? The authority?
The problems I said.
The government, those medical personnel, they push. They said to her, they educated her. They educate. She's not alone. She's not a single case. She's not a single one.
That's exactly
many
the
people
problem,
has
really.
the same mentality. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people has the same mentality. They think is helping us, helping them. Also, the government, they never question government. They never question authority.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's why during the civilization's culture, that societies, people really believe the government is really help them, right? Really to do the service for the people in that country. Unfortunately, since it's different, they're not. Totally
they never,
not.
never question authority. That's the tragedy. That's the tragedy. I look at her, I even don't know. I was speechless. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
You can remember about a couple of months ago, I shared the real stories. A real case happened to me. Just one time when we do the talk shows after the big shows, one of my friends just sent me an invitation to attend the funeral. Remember?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
my friend's
correct,
son,
yeah.
dad, passed away at his 36 years old. He's very, very strong. Actually, he's very healthy. He's a part-time baseball player and also is a full-time engineering at the automotive industry. It's very healthy. Just something after the third dose of vaccinate, about 3 days later, passed away.
Yeah,
But
so
nobody was challenged, asking why.
I did ask my coworkers just quietly, coincident. I should not make a big fussy deal and make it serious. I cannot make serious, otherwise people are gonna look at me or report me. I just coincidence. By the way, oh, did you get your shots? Oh, absolutely, I got my shots. How many? Oh, 3. Some people, my coworker, told me 4. They're all medical personnel, professional.
yes,
Yeah.
meaning
What you can say?
after so many years living in peace and the government taking care of everything, so people, yes, it's understandable that people get used of let's say their government are trustworthy and the government is really taking care of them. But just imagine, what if your government is making a mistake, and who is making sure of checking their work if they are not, their decision made by your authority or your government is correct or not. This is the question, the common sense, basically, right? So in the second part, let's say I would like to share with you the Dr. Naomi Wolf. She actually I believe this is she. She did some good research work. He reviewed on the stack. There is a stack news. I'm not familiar with that. But anyway, I put it on my Getter. You can find the link. And also this astonishing image is showing on the screen. Basically here, the first basically when Dr. Naomi write his story, she started with a metaphor story that a bear is let's say breaking into her near, let's say, house, threatening her life. But the retrospect here is who is encouraging the bear to intrude or to break into your house, right? This is meaning basically it's people inviting the bear or the threaten into their life. So this is the subtitle I put it here. The enemy actually is within our very bodies. Meaning here, I believe the body not only just like we mentioned in the first discuss in the first part, right? This body, the government, the society, is also the community, is also like a body, right? So this, if you think about the total humanity, the people, they are living like one person, one body, right? So where is the enemy? The virus may be the enemy, but it's already within our body. So this astonishing image showing here basically is a study out of the Hong Kong. Remember, Hong Kong, the place, and the time is back to 2021. So is let's say the study actually was linked with the CCP, right? Later we will talk about that part. We will show you more evidence based on the research by the Naomi Wolf, right? So that revealed what's the image saying? It's saying that after a second dose, a booster, the booster, or you call Jack, right? As Jackie mentioned, into the bloodstream of mice. That these are the three images. Then this is the result comparison of the pictures. Let's say the visible enlarged heart with white patches that could be seen by the naked eyes. So you see the same size of the mice after the second shot or the booster or the jack. See, this is the effect. Yeah. So this is the effect you can see with your naked eyes, right? But these are the.
This is called myocarditis. Myocarditis, inflammation of the heart.
Yes, yeah. So this is not the meaning. If you think about the previous the case, several cases we share with you, right? All these athlete-like doctors, young lives, right? They take activities. Then if they take the vaccine, the booster, right? What happened to the mice may not happen to human. Do you believe it? And don't forget it, this test, this graph is taken back to 2021 in Hong Kong, linked with CCP. You read the article. This one is really astonishing to me to see that. But this 1 year ago, now already 1 year after, I think these are the facts. Why these facts are not known to all the people who is mandated to take the jabs? Why? Common sense must be someone.
The only answer, probably, the only answer that people always say is depopulation.
Yeah, probably that is too far, so far to say that, but definitely there is a profit or some interest behind who still push the mandate. That interest could be the political interest or the financial interest anyway. Some
I really
behind.
do believe that all those medical authorities, they know the truth. They have first-hand experience. They have all the information. The problem, they never stop them. If they admit the mistake they made, or they deliberately do the vaccine to the people to kill people, I don't think they will admit their mistake. Or it's a mistake.
Never.
Or transparency.
They never.
Yeah, they won't. They never. No, they know what they do. They have a lot of information, much more than you can imagine.
But anyway, another, and let's say, my dear audience, ask yourself, if you see this astonishing picture on the screen, first, what do you feel about it? Second question I ask, is this the first time you see such a picture on any live broadcast, on any media, like Gather, the social media, the mainstream media? Have you ever seen it in the past year? Ask yourself, have you ever? Yeah. Why?
That's when you recognize this, when you're watching this one, you probably can see some really things happen in the hospital right now. All the people in the hospital, hospitalizations people during the same time period, was also the predominantly in the vaccinated population. About 55% of the hospitalizations are coming from those kind of vaccinated, right? It's always quarter the vaccine.
It's very easy. It's very easy after people's death. They can do autopsy.
Yes,
autopsy
like this,
can tell right away. Everybody know. They know.
Why always mysterious, unknown, uncertain? The same authority as the question I asked 10 minutes ago, right?
Autopsy right away.
This picture can show the truth, right? Simple. This is medical. This is science, right? Where now, when the death, you see the death number, what our science, our medical authority is doing, right? Remember, this is 1 year ago study. Now,
they were silenced.
Yeah.
They were silenced.
So here, I want to remind, if this is not on the mainstream, so-called mainstream social media, why? Who is control the media? Think about it. It's all follow the money. Follow the money. As Stephen Bannon always say, follow the money. Who is the running dog? And who is behind the running dog? Right? Who takes the money? Who is suffering from this money they taken away from your health? right? Think about it. Now, as Lichtman already remind me, right? This is really logic in saying that the Naomi Wolf's article, the investigation, right? He pointed out, I didn't list it all, consider the time. So you have time, my dear audience, you read the article. I just take several pictures here. So this picture actually is showing now, just to follow Lichtman's question, right? Who is making benefit from all these vaccines? Let's forget vaccines. But before how you can say a people is a suspicious case or a confirmed case, you must take tests, right? So the test called the RT-PCR test, these tests shoot kit, right? They call it kit, a detection kit. Anyway, this, I believe the detection kit is the outrun the number of the vaccine, right? Meaning if you take one vaccine, there may be 10 detection kits distributed, right? You may be tested again and again. Like me, I have to take the test, the RT-PCR test every 2 weeks because I'm not vaccinated. 2 weeks, so consider 1 year, how many weeks? 52 weeks. So I have to take 26 detect kit, use the detect kit. Then who is behind this detection kit? Now, Dr. Naomi Wolf show you something. A CCP run company and CCP created product. This kind of, why they saying that created this product? Because this is called detection kit. This detection kit is the decider who can go to work or school, just like me in the case, right? If I tested positive, I cannot go to work, right? Meaning I have to work from home, or even as a school, or you can travel, or go to the shop, go out to shopping, right? And you who can travel or not. These are the freedom of people, but these freedom of the people are controlled by this detection kit, and who is behind, who is making these detection kits? It's the CCP, Chinese Communist Party. So we are leaving our freedom to the hand of the evil Chinese Communist Party. Think about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's really, and you read the number, how many of these detection kits are produced in China and distributed to not only the US, to Canada, to Euros, all around the world, right? Are we really confident that this detection kit can work and it's made in safety and is safe to use, and the result is reliable, right? Think about it. Then
Also, Kill,
yeah,
I remember when I did a program, there is a website called realscience.com. If you go there, it shows every day the world-class athlete die every day, injured every day
I remember
because of the
that.
vaccine. Yeah, so people can check now how many. I think it's more.
I remember last time I checked,
there.
it's already more than 900. Now I believe must be over
1,000 now.
2,000.
Yeah, over months I haven't checked. So people can check the website www.realscience.com. You can check there the world-class athletes, how many people they died.
Now, there is another astonishing fact that's revealed by Dr. Naomi Wolf's investigation. So this is a pharmaceutical company called Fosun. I'm not sure, Lichtman, you know this name. But in this Fosun pharmaceutical company, in their website.
Yeah, in Chinese, which means 复兴.
Yeah. Fuxing is very awesome. Maybe top 3, right? After the pandemic.
After that is very active one to participate. That is for the vaccinated developers in China.
Yeah. So the key word here is this is a product list of the Fusion Fusion Pharmaceutical. And I believe, as Lakeman mentioned, you can do an independent investigation for this Fusion Pharmaceutical, and it's run by the government, so-called government. Basically, who is this government? A Chinese Communist Party. Okay. If you don't believe, you search by yourself, right? Just follow the lead of Dr. Naomi. So what she mentioned here is, you see the last 3 lines of their product list. These are related with the COVID-19, including the RNA, and also some of the, let's say, the cure for the, it's all related with the vaccine, or the, what you call the like some medicine you can take in by oral, right? Also for cure the COVID-19. So these are all the 3, let's say, most used product, popular product on the market by the Fusion Pharmaceutical, and this is running by the Chinese Communist Party. And what's the interesting here is the facts mentioned by Dr. Naomi is this Fusion used to have massive fixed data and also bribe the regulators. So with such a bad record, do this company worth our trust? That's the question. Consider if you check the numbers, this Fusion Pharmaceutical basically have business or trade with the U.S. pharmaceutical. Basically, they are making these products and shipped all around the world, to the U.S., to Canada, to Europe, right? And the black history of this company fixed massive data, massively fake its data, and also bribe the regulator. But why you bribe regulator? If you have confidence, you think your product is really good, it's really a good quality, it's really effective, why you bribe the regulators? Everyone know that the medical industry is the most, let's say, strictly regulated industry, right? Because it's life and death, and no country can take any easy way on these pharmaceutical companies, right? They make vaccines, they make medicines. Some people take this, if this is made wrong or something is going wrong, the lives, innocent life may be taken, right? Why you risk your own people's life? So, but this Fusion Pharmaceutical used to bribe regulators. Check it out. Okay, then now another name, BioNTech, right? This is a pharmaceutical. Yeah.
BGI.
Yeah.
That is in Chinese 华大基因.
No, I think this company. No. I think this is
different one.
Different one. This one. This is based on US. Based on US.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not familiar with my audience. You can check. You check Dr. Naomi Wolf's the article. But what it's saying here is this U.S. Pharmaceutical company is have some research, right, and have some technology developed. Now, then you will see this is they're filing the report. This report meaning they are established Singapore and China headquarters and China joint ventures. China joint venture. Why they use China? But it's not a company. They are not mentioning any company of China. It's just a China, right? 100%. You know, for me, I'm in banking industry, so I'm really familiar with the ESG. ESG is the environment, social, and governance. So meaning this, any company need to shoulder the responsibility of taking care of the public, right? The environment, and the society, right? So, but they under this topic, they will transfer their technology to China, not to any. They didn't name any let's say Chinese any company from China. No, it's just a China. Why they use China? is 100% transfer. And what behind this? Why they need to finish the 100% transfer, right? So this is questionable. So yeah, I think our show nearly 1 hour, so we are nearing the end. So after we share all this information, these topics, I would like our audience to think about it. If the COVID-19, where it is coming from, right? Where it first originated. If you focus on the getter, focus on the grand live broadcast from Mile School, I think 1 year ago, not 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, Mile School already warned, gave a warning to the whole world that the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, may release their virus to threaten the world, right? Remember in March, by March 2020, right, the first spread of this COVID-19 is called the Wuhan virus, right? So the CCP is not happy with Wuhan virus. So they asked the World Health Organization, WHO, to change the name to COVID-19. Basically, this is already the first time in the whole history of WHO, I believe. If you don't believe, check it. And all the virus named after the place where it is originated, which in this case is from Wuhan. But now it's named and COVID, and even let's say the Omicron. Why is Omicron? Because they skipped 2 letters. Why they skipped 2 letters for the virus? You check it out, right?
All things happen here are usual.
Yes.
Even the people they even didn't ask why they skipped the 2 letters.
Yes.
Just because they want to avoid to touch the Chinese leaders, or just direct to touch the letters, the first letter of Xi, President of Xi.
Meaning, I'm not making up all these information or stories. Just look back. And now I think the massive the mainstream social media is already kind of waken up, right? They are not so, let's say, they release the control for such kind of information who is trying to trace where the virus come from. And how about the vaccine, right? Why the vaccine is coming out in such a short time? As I mentioned, it's for emergency use, and this emergency continue for 2 years already, still in emergency, and they are applying these vaccines to young child even under 5 years old. Why? And even the older people in China, the Chinese Communist Party is paying money for the elder peoples to take these vaccines. Why? I think about it. Think about it.
Yes, I feel it's so sad today. I met that 71-year-old lady. She's such sweet lady, and she has such bad symptoms. And she said she's gonna get her first shot. So I even don't know what to say. She's not alone. She's not alone. Many people like her, just the same mentality, and never question anything. They will keep going, even though she has very strong, very severe side effects or adverse reaction.
Yeah, they just don't believe it. Right? They cannot imagine.
She still want first jabs.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine. Yeah. So
it's out
anyway,
of their imagination. How the whole world will enter such a ridiculous, it's like a joke to me, right? It's like a joke.
That deep reasons all the people's food or fully covered, is cheated by the government or by the so-called scientists.
She's another majority. The day before yesterday, I did ask our hospital emergency charge nurse. I did ask her. I say, what happened to you? You came here for the test. She said, recently I have very, very bad, they are racing heart rate. And I couldn't even go sleep. And I asked her why you get 4 shots. She said vaccine is better because it's a prevented death. Because I said before, how many people die now? Oh, at least and someone live in stay in a hospital for a couple of days, they can go home. And even some people came here positive. They don't need to be hospitalized. So they say even getting better. She never questioned those people came to hospital for the treatment. They're not because of the vaccine, because of the COVID, because the vaccine, 3 or 4 vaccine. And on the patients, I don't know now, really, I don't know the cause of sickness is because the vaccine or because of the vaccine, because of the COVID. I have no any idea. Even the medical personnel says the same thing. We look at those doctors passed away, so it's draw the social media attention now. They put the picture on in the public that people see. So how about those people we cannot see, who has no voice, like ordinary people? Who helped them? Who voiced them up?
Yeah.
No one.
Yes.
No one.
Correct.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
So whoever heard our voice, now I feel I am underground covered.
No,
undercovered.
You never.
Undercovered whistleblower.
Yeah, we are fighting
say
together.
in the public.
Yes.
When I talk to my patients, I have to whisper. I cannot let my coworker hear what I say. Otherwise, in the hospital, we always say the wall has an ear. People can hear you miles away. So you have to be very, very careful. You never know who's going to report you. And you can be fired.
Yeah, but even let's say, agree that understandable, Jackie, you have such a feeling. But do you believe this feeling is reasonable or is common sense or is should be the normal situation in a freedom, let's say, democratic world?
No, it's not.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody, even the people who talk to me, now our society changed. Canada changed.
Right. So
now
the
it's
question,
changed.
yes, correct.
We never
agree.
have a political prisoner.
Correct.
We never have political prisoner. Now we do. So
yes,
the patients and I, we
all
talk.
The whole
we
world
whisper.
is under prison. Right?
Yeah, we whisper to each other. We cannot talk loud
Just
because
like the
the wall has
1984,
ear.
right?
People
George
can report me.
Orwell make his novel, right? 1984.
1984.
Yeah, the Big Brother. Big Brother is
a
watching
big brother
you. Yeah.
watching you behind on your back. So that's
Big Brother
reality.
is everywhere.
This is a reality. So,
yes.
Thank you. So beware whoever heard our voice, the whistleblower. We are the whistleblower. Whoever heard us, please be mindful. Question.
Think about,
what
think
happened?
About your government.
Think about
right?
it.
Yes.
Yeah, question. It's not as before. It's the word is totally different as before.
Correct.
Be mindful.
Yeah, before not only be mindful, because we have to realize the reality and fight back. If we don't have a fight back, like you mentioned, underground, we hide underground.
I am undercover.
The world will never change back to normal, right? That's why it's lucky we have this scatter media, right? We risk our life.
We do what we can.
Yes.
You know
we try our best to sound alarm.
We do what we can. You think about those big truck protests in Canada.
Yes, correct.
No, they put them in prisoner. They let them be a prisoner. You know, the James Tubb, the veterinarian, walk from Vancouver, from BC to Ottawa over 3,400 miles, 35 miles. You know, he cannot get his voice. So we have to be very careful. They put in your jail. We have prisoner now, political prisoner.
Okay.
We do whatever we can.
We are anonymous
back
on this.
To the hoster. So I talk too much. Okay.
It's okay. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, this is because this is the target of our show, right? True color. We want to speak of the truth, right? To sound alarm to the whole world, to ask people go back to their common sense, right? Think about it. Ask a question, right? Find the answers. by yourself to the questions we raise, or what's the question on your mind. If this is really a normal world, as you know, 20 or let's say 10 years ago, no, it's not anymore. So we have to unite and fight back together, get our life back, right? Back to normal, right? So this is the only way to keep the human being to continue our survival on this planet. Seriously, really. This is, it's not a surprise. This meaning we need to use this Scatter platform since we have the freedom to broadcast, to telling the truth. No matter maybe our audience, you don't think I'm telling the truth. Anyway, you do your own investigation, right? But I have my right to saying these words, to share with you this information, these facts, right? Maybe these facts are there, but it's never known to the world, right? It's hidden, it's surprised, it's like buried by the so-called authority. They are not allowed to disclose, and they don't want the people to know it, right? But now we pierce into the darkness with this light, right? To share this light of hope, that work together, we fight back. You will see our numbers growing every day. So eventually we can take the world back, take our life back to normal, right? Back to
Absolutely.
civilization, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, consider the time. Let's say we would like to end this show now. Before I would share with a paragraph that's written in Dr. Naomi Wolf's the investigation. She basically make a new book called The Bodies of Others. That is a transnational group of bad actors, including the WEF. I'm not sure what is WEF mean, but I know the WHO, the World Health Organization.
World Economy Forum.
Okay,
World
Economic Forum. Okay,
Forum.
okay. Yeah. And she also mentioned the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Right? You know that, right? Microsoft.
Yeah, Bill Gates' wife.
Yeah, and tech companies, as we mentioned, right? The the fusion, right? And the tech end, right? All these big techs, these are tech companies. And the last one is the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. They use together. They use this pandemic to crush humanity, and in particular to destroy the West. After destroying West, who will dominate? Who is the survivor? Think about it. It's only the Chinese Communist Party. At no matter, they don't care what's the cost. No matter the cost is, right? Hundreds of millions of lives are taken. They don't care. And even billions of lives taken. They don't care. If you know the true history of the Chinese Communist Party, you will see they never care of people's life. They only care, they are dominant, they take the power. They are the authority, they are the dictator. They can give order, other people have to follow their orders, follow their instruction, kneel down, kowtow to them. That's what they care, okay? I think really that's all I have to say. Lakeman, you have anything to recap before we?
Yeah, I just a few words I want to share with you guys. Yeah, thank you for having me today. So luckily, since I'm a member of the whistleblower movement, all of us we are keep alarm of what's happening around us. What we can do just to spread to this kind of true information around to use in a safe way. In a safe way. That's the only way what we can do. At the same time, I think since all these tragedies happened, all the days, they're gonna continue for a while. They cannot stop in a day or two. They're gonna continue. How that happened? Probably they still need more, just like we're talking about like a tombstone civilization.
Yes, correct.
Remember that one?
Yes,
that works.
Correct.
I know it's horrible, but it's truth. That is the entire world need to pay the cost for this. That's why we need to save ourselves. We have to pay the cost.
Save
Who
as much
the
as
cost?
we can, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if nothing else, we will close our show today. Thank you again for Lakeman and especially for Jackie. This is your first show on the True Color.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I know
Jackie,
this
you're
glad
is-
so
I'm honored
great. We're proud of
being
you.
here.
You're
Yes,
so
yes.
good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because
Your
you
English
share
is
so
really
many,
so
having
you
good.
know, true stories that happens around you, you know, because not too many of us have, you know, met so many, you know, people
Yeah,
like that.
I'm looking forward to share more with you every day.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's great.
let's
Thank you for having
yeah,
me.
let's
Your
expect
diary
our
is going
next
to
show.
be a great book in the future. Remember, you know, trust
Thank
us.
you so much. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's true history.
yes.
Correct.
Okay. Okay,
Thank
then
you.
yes. No,
Bye for
then
now.
let's close this talk show for this episode 5. So just follow me, KOCTP at Lake _BR and also our Lake Man. He also have his Getter and Jackie. Jackie also have her Getter account. So basically, if you enjoy our show, give us a thumb up, like us, follow us, and let's say spread the truth, save the world, save yourself, save your family, tell the truth to as many people as you can, right? You are not fighting alone. Together we can win this critical war to the survival of human being. Okay. Okay, thank you. Then we will say goodbye to you. See you next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Bye.